Another trophy on the line Wednesday night at BMO Field. It's the first ever Campeones Cup as the champions of MLS in Toronto FC take on the champions of Mexico, Liga MX in Tigres. Gareth Wheeler alongside Terry Dunfield, two familiar foes. It was way back in March. It was a lot colder back then when these two sides met in the quarterfinals of the CONCACAF Champions League. Here we are again. Toronto FC advanced from that stage of the competition. It was 4-4 in aggregate. The away goals were enough for Toronto FC to move on. A lot of great memories coming from that in what should be a very good game on Wednesday night as well.
Yeah, I think it'll be a great game, and also the fact that there's a trophy on the line. It's the first one in this competition, and I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's an opportunity for TFC to even enhance their reputation, and they were able to get past Tigres in the quarterfinals of the CONCACAF Champions League. Was that a one-off? We'll soon see. Can they do that again? And I think you're seeing two of the biggest clubs in the retrospective leagues.
And for Toronto FC, you mentioned this trophy. It's a brand new competition. Look, and it's a brilliant idea for me. You pit the best of MLS against the best of Liga MX. It makes a whole lot of sense. And moving forward, Greg Vanny, the head coach of Toronto FC, said this competition could really turn into something. And look, winning a trophy is winning a trophy. This would be Toronto FC's 5th trophy in just 15 months, Terry. So there's still something significant on the line.
Yeah, and from a player's perspective, I think all the players are gagging to play on it, playing at BMO underneath the lights, and it'll be interesting to see how Greg manages playing time. But I think his biggest decision will be is how do you bring everybody together? Who do you play? You're still focusing on league play, but I think all the players there will be like this in the change room. Gaffer, put me out there. I want to play.
Well, Greg said all first-team players will be included in his 23-man roster. And look, when a trophy's on the line, you got to play your best players. And you're right, Terry. This is a very good Tigres side, so these players are going to want to test themselves against the best of the best. So what's going to be key for Toronto FC heading into the Campeones Cup?
I think you can look back to the quarterfinals and looking at those two legs. I thought Jozy Altidore was an absolute beast. His physical play, hold-up play is not something you always see in Mexico, and I thought he caused problems with just his pure power, rawness, and strength. Javinko scored a sublime free kick in the second leg, a real important goal at that time with the scoreline. I think Chris Mavinga, he's getting closer to fitness. I'd love to see him back out there. He made some real key blocks in the second leg. Probably the best tackle of the season, yes, right at the end of the first leg. So I think you'll see TFC's best players, and I think it'll be important for Greg to try to integrate the others in and around them with just a little bit of an eye on the New York Red Bulls.
They did say today, Toronto FC did, that this team is healthy as they've been in a long, long time. Jozy Altidore said it. He believes that Tigres is the best team in Mexico, although they're just 7th place in the standings right now in Liga MX play. What makes them so dangerous? And maybe a few names to look out for come Wednesday night.
Yeah, I think it's a nice distraction for both clubs away from league play, and I thought Tigres in open play, TFC defended quite well, but what they showed over the two legs, that if TFC make a mistake with their firepower up top, Gignac, Vargas, that they will be punished.
They have brought in some very good players as well. Guido Pizarro played for Sevilla. He did not play in the CONCACAF Champions League. He's in. Luis Rodriguez, the right back. He's such an important piece. He was out through injury in that competition. Guzman is an Argentina goalkeeper. Enter Valencia, a very good player. This is going to be a very good game. So much quality on the field.
And the fact that it's just over one leg, I think you'll see both teams really go for it as well.
Yeah, so welcome back to Toronto Tigres. They're going to try to create some new memories for Toronto FC. All I continue to picture over and over again is that Jonathan Osorio back heel that gave Toronto FC that 2-1 home victory. And look, hopefully this is going to be another night where the confetti falls at BMO Field for the home side in Toronto FC. It's a Campeones Cup. Tickets are still available. Head down to BMO Field at 8 p.m. kickoff here in Toronto. If you can't make it down, you can watch on TSN.